The aftermath was way much harder in the sense that, okay, so when you're going through it, there's this sense of, I don't know if tomorrow's gonna happen or not. Especially for me, because I had lost hope at a time, because I was just tired, I didn't want to feel the pain anymore, I was done. It's the aftermath that happened where you're like, oh shit, I'm alive. When I was younger in primary school, I was diagnosed with leukemia, and it was quite a shock. When I got diagnosed by it, I didn't understand what was going on, how it was going on, like why everything was changing. I wasn't allowed to go to school anymore. I wasn't allowed to see a lot of people I really wanted to see. The clothes I would wear would smell differently. And I was just put in this room with like just white walls, and I didn't understand why. And I would ask my mom and dad, okay, did I do something wrong?
When I got diagnosed with cancer, I wasn't really told because like, who wants to tell a 15-year-old kid like he has cancer? So like I had to figure out on my own. I was like in the Ahan oncology ward, and I'm like, what does oncology mean? And why am I not at the like pediatric ward? And I had to like Google it and like figure it out for myself.
Because it felt like a prison. And then the injections. And I was like, why? Did I do something wrong? Am I being punished? I just didn't understand what was going on. And when I started understanding it, I was like, why me? What did I do? You know? Because a lot of people were like, they told me like, God gives you the battles you can fight. And I was like, I don't want to fight this. I was done.
It was like very like harrowing, considering like I had no one to talk to, because like who else do you know like who's my age and had cancer? Like it was like very like, also like Pakistan mein, like they don't really give a lot of like attention to like the psychological impact. Like it was like very like lonely. I got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in 2020. It spread throughout my body, and I had to go through like several rounds of chemotherapy and like a few surgeries to like be done with treatment. And it lasted like, the whole treatment lasted for like 8 months. I had like testicular cancer, and like spread throughout my whole body. It went to my lungs and my stomach, and my kidney were everywhere.
I would say the things that you won't understand is just how excruciating the pain can be. Like, I understand that you are sympathetic to the pain, and I appreciate it a lot. But there'll be an extent to where that sympathy will not turn into empathy. You can't understand this excruciating pain, that just being tied to a bed, the medication constantly every day, and just the loneliness that comes with it, the isolation that comes with just staying in a room and looking at a TV. And sometimes you're not even allowed to look at the TV because it causes strain to your eyes. So you just have to lie in the bed in your own thoughts. And I'm not comfortable with my own thoughts because they can get scary.
I wanted like books, and like wanted to play like games or watch a movie and stuff like that. But like if I watch Motu Patlu like 17 times during chemotherapy, then it's going to make me want to kill myself more than cancer ever did.
So I would say just the pain, the isolation, and a lot of people do empathize. Try to, empathize, but you can't unless you've gone through it. You don't know what it's like just being stuck in a room where you don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring.
Before I had cancer, like I was like very like physically like adept, I guess, because like I'm a tall guy. I was very good. I'm not good at basketball, but like I'm tall, so like people like put me in their basketball teams. I was in their football teams. Like I was good at football, and I was like really like into sports, and I still am. But the thing is, after cancer, like after chemotherapy, I can't do that anymore. Like I get tired after, like if I'm playing basketball, I'll play for like 3 quarters and I'm done. I can't be a part of it no matter how much I want to be.
I loved sports. I loved throwball. I loved running, gymnastics. I adored gymnastics. But when I got sick and chemo and everything, it just affected my body because it's not as strong enough as it once was. So I couldn't run as fast. I couldn't play ball as fast. My vision had deteriorated as well. So I couldn't see the ball coming. I didn't need it. It wasn't as bad that I needed glasses, but I couldn't see the ball coming. And I felt like I lost a part of myself.
I watch it way more than I used to. I actually like stay up till like 3 a.m. to watch like the Champions League matches, and like there was this like it's gotten out of hand. I wake up till like 6 a.m. to watch the matches in America. Because Messi plays in America now. It is insane, but like I love football.
I needed something that I could do while being in bed. So that's when I found reading and like art. And reading and art like did help me a lot. But it was just that at a time I just felt lost. Books got me back, genuinely reading, because it would like, I used it as an escape method and a distraction most of the time, especially when I was in Aga Khan. I would just pretend like this book, I was in like some fantasy world like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, and I would just pretend I was there. So definitely they helped, but I do miss that old self. Like I wish I could have been a gymnast or a ballerina. I would love ballerina, man. That was so fun. I can't, so yeah.
I'm like very relaxed. It's more like chess. Like I play a lot of chess. Like I watched the Queen's Gambit once, very cliche. I loved it, and now I play a lot of chess, Scrabble, and like all of these like sitting down games. Like I have this competitive itch, and like since I can't do sports, this is how I scratch it.
The thing is, like, when you suffer from something like that, there are a lot of people who are with you at that time who also are in that ward with you, and a lot of them don't survive. There's a very small chance that you survive as well. And even if they do survive, they're not the same. So sometimes you're like, okay, why did I survive and they didn't? Why am I so special and they're not?
I think like survivor's guilt. Like I used to think when I first done my treatment, I didn't really have any survivor's guilt. Like yes, I was like really upset. Like the people next to me, like I don't know if they're there or not, but like it was like less personal to me. And then like when I was in A levels, one of my friends got diagnosed with cancer, and I remember he called me and he was like, "Yo, we're cancer bros," and I was like, "Yes, we are." And like it was like a bonding thing, and like I was like mentoring him like to how to go through treatment or whatever, and I gave him advice. And then like 3 months later, he passed away. It's like very difficult to deal with the fact that like this whole person, like he has like he had a lot of hopes and dreams and aspirations, and he was like very smart, and he has a scholarship in like a really reputable college like Lyceum, and he's just not here with me anymore. And like I who didn't have like all these like future plans and all of these hopes and aspirations, I'm still here, and I'm not as smart as he was, and I don't have a lot of plans as he did. So like it's not really fair if you think about it.
And a lot of times you're like, oh, I survived, I should do something, right? I am on this earth, I should do something, like be better, like do something for the world, and then you're not capable enough, and then there's this guilt, and you're like, if I died and they lived, it could have been better, right? That guilt doesn't leave you for a while, at least, especially with the people who were with you were friends.
It's like terrible to say that, but I don't feel like I'm as worthy of living as he was. Like he could have contributed more to like people than I do.
If you have hope, your suffering is prolonged. You could just end it, right? You could just end it, the pain, the tears, the puking, it would all stop. But when you have hope, it just keeps going on and on and on. So at a time, I hated that word. Like, लोग मुझे कहते थे कि भाई बेटा उम्मीद करो सही हो जाओगी. And I was like, नहीं करनी उम्मीद, बस खत्म करो. I'm done. And after a while, Okay, so there used to be a patient who used to be in the bed beside me, and she was much more older. She was around, I would say, 69. She's still alive, by the way, so yeah. And she suffered 3 different types of cancer, 4 actually, in all her life. And I asked her, okay, what gave you the hope to keep on surviving? And she looked me dead in the eye and she said, Tanya, it wasn't hope that kept me going, it was spite. I wanted to spite God. I wanted to show him that I can live. Hope won't keep me, anger will. And that gave me a new perspective. Hope is like, it's like you hope for a better future. You hope that tomorrow will be brighter. And I do that now. Today is shit, hey, tomorrow the sun will come up again, right? And I do have that hope now. At that time I didn't, and I hated it. But then I learned that if you don't have hope, then you have nothing. There's nothing to hold on to. There's literally nothing. And my hope came because I remember I used to be in that room, like हमें एक time पे private room मिल गया था, and I had a window which would like show me the Aga Khan का like जो pond होता था and वहाँ ducks होती थी, and I really wanted to go swim in that. And my doctor would always promise me कि कल करना, कल तुम सही हो जाओगी, हम कल swimming के लिए जाएंगे. And a long time that hope kept me going as well, because it gave me something to hold on to. Okay, if I have nothing, I still have hope, right? So I would say, yeah, it's something that I have that still keeps me going. Even on the darkest days, thing that gets me out of bed is hope that, hey, today is going to be shitty, tomorrow is going to be better. So I would say it's there. It's something to hold on to. I don't always like it. Sometimes I hate it. I'm like, why do you exist, man? Why? Like, can you just let me sleep? But it's still there and I appreciate it for what it is. It's like an anchor. Keeps you going.
My family was there for me like when I needed them. Like they were always there for me. Like my brother came to Pakistan. Like he got stuck in Pakistan for 2 years because of COVID. And that was all for me. And he like never made me feel like, okay, like it was my fault. He was in university. Like he took a semester off just to take care of me. Like, and he stopped his whole life to take care of me. Like I can't really ask for more. Like my family has always been there for me. My sisters went to chemotherapy with me. My mom went to chemotherapy with me during Ramadan, where the times were so difficult. My brother would drive to us during Ramadan, and like a minute before iftari he would reach and we would all open our rosa together. It was like, I don't know, I couldn't ask for more from my family. In the Pakistani nuclear family, people are very scared of showing affection. The only time I hung out with my brother, me and my brother used to sit next to each other and we used to play FIFA. That was acknowledged as a bonding exercise. We didn't say it was, but we spent time with each other and felt really good. But after cancer, I was me and him were both comfortable showing we care. We care what if I can't show that I care anymore? And what if he can't have those memories with me anymore? So it was a lot more, I think me and my brother grew very close because of that. I held his hand. I would never hold his hand ever before. And the same happened with my siblings. Me and my sisters were way more we are closer. We are able to express ourselves more. But after cancer, it was even 10 times more than her, because we all care about each other and we know this for a fact. So we know everybody else will have each other's back, because after we went through this terrible shit, everybody was there for us, so we have to be there for them as well.
Me and my mom have had fights over this, because whenever we talk about it, she's like, oh, you were sleeping, we were there, you can't remember that, right? Because a lot of times she would leave and I got very angry at that. I was like, why did you leave? Why weren't you there with me? And she would say, okay, oh, I couldn't be there because I couldn't see it. And it's just that. And I wish she was there. Sometimes I wish my parent was there. I wasn't alone, because it's like, why was I alone? And I know I wasn't alone, I had a doctor, but not a parent, right? And when they talk about their experiences, they're like, oh, it was so hard for us. And I'm like, it was hard for you. And that just sometimes makes me really angry. Like, it was hard for you. I understand it's hard for you, but what about me? They didn't believe in mental health at all. It was way, way after when they realized it, and a doctor convinced them, hey, you all need therapy, which I think everyone should take therapy. But I would just say that understanding the mental health aspect of it, because surviving cancer isn't the biggest deal, actually. It's the aftermath that kind of fucks with you the most.
People feel sorry for you. And that is like way worse of them, like thinking of like being disgusted. If people were disgusted by me being bald and like I am fine with that. I am disgusted with me being bald and having no eyebrows. Like I look really, 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 really bad. But like if people are like, nahi, tum bahut achhe lag rahe ho. I'm so proud of you. You're so great. You'll be fine. I know I'll be fine. Please stop telling me that. I want you to like say like I look like a fucking egg. I want you to tell me that, okay? If you baby me, if you're like, nahi beta aap sahi ho. Oh, aap itne achhe lag rahe ho. You look so good with the cap on. I know I look good with the cap on, but like please don't say that to me. Because like you're not treating me like you would treat me if I didn't have cancer. You're treating me like I am like a sensitive little child, which I am not. I am maybe a teenager, but like I'm a grown-ass man.
Don't walk on eggshells around the topic. Sometimes people are very blunt with we are blunt with it. I can't talk about everyone, but from most of the people I know, they're very blunt with it. They love dark humor. They love laughing at it. You know how many death jokes we make in the ward? A lot. And it's really fun. And don't walk around eggshells with us. Talk to us like you normally talk to anyone. The thing is, our illness does not define us. It is a part of us, definitely. It's a chapter in our lives, but it is not the whole story. We are more than what our sickness, we're more than that. We're so much more than that. So I would say just treat us as people. I guess that's asking a lot sometimes, but it's just treat us as us, not as the patient.
We don't want to be treated any different than any other people. Like if bad stuff happens to our friends, we make fun of them. Like it's like very like normal. Like if like my friend breaks their arm and I'm like, I'm gonna go for a handshake. It's like a very funny thing to do. Like all of this is like we make fun of each other's tragedies. Like we don't really go too far, but like there is a point. And I think if like people refuse to do that, and if people like refuse to make light of it, then you'll just feel sorry for yourself. And I remember like there was like a time where like none of my friends ever made jokes about it, and I had to have a serious conversation with them, being like, do not do this to me. This makes me feel way worse. Make fun of me. I want you to make fun of me. I want you to insult me. And like that helped me like feel better about myself, because I was like, oh, I'm just like everybody else. I am not different. They're not feeling sorry for me. They're being my friend. And that is how the majority of like cancer survivors want to be treated. We don't want to be special. We want to be like everybody else. Joking about it is the best thing you can do, because they say laughter is the best medicine. Like if you feel sorry for yourself, then you're not going to do anything. You're going to be passive. You're going to be like, kya kar sakte hain, mere haath se bahar hai. When you like actively like do something about it, if you make fun of yourself, you realize that like you're in a better position that you thought. And at the end, it made me realize that I'll be fine.
You don't have to be like, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through. You just have to look them in the eye and say, yeah, you got this. If anyone's got this, it's you. You've got this.
If I feel sorry for myself, then I just won't ever grow as a person. I'll be passive in my life. I'll be a victim. And like, who wants to be a victim? Joking about yourself, joking about your condition, and like being active and like making it more comfortable for everybody around. You don't have to make it more comfortable you have to make it comfortable for yourself. And like the thing I'm comfortable with is like being a little like self-deprecating. I think it's very ironic that I got diagnosed with cancer, considering I was born in July. Though I am very literally a cancer. Yeah, something to think about.